Hello, viewers. Welcome to another episode of the Body Language series. This series is meant to educate our viewers about the importance of good body language and the use of different organs. In our previous videos, we covered emotions like eyes and hand gestures, and today we'll be talking about lips. Lips, as you know, are a very important organ as they help not only verbalize the message, but also are important in revealing thoughts and feelings. They're very close, right next to the mouth, so they're important in helping you assess and gauge your emotions. In today's video, we have with us Dr. Athar Mansoor. Sir, how are you doing?
Thank you, Daniel, for having me.
Before we start, I would want to ask you, sir, where have you been for the last 2-3 months? I've been wanting to host you for quite a time, but finally I got hold of you.
Yes, Daniel, you're right. I was traveling, and my traveling itinerary was it drove me crazy. But now recently I'm back in Cambridge in the United Kingdom, and so I'm settled here for some period of time. So I got the chance, and I agreed for this show. But definitely, it's an important. We have given a long gap. As part of our strategy at Tracks to educate people on the importance of education. These videos are very important, and thankfully we got very good feedback on our previous 5 episodes. So thank you for resuming this series again.
Absolutely, sir. So without wasting any much more time, I'll get straight into the topic. So I'll talk to you about some lip posture, and you can help decipher them and tell the audience a little about them. So first, start off with the tight lips.
Yes. So Daniel, before going into the what do tight lips depict, I would like to tell the audience a very important quote by a former president of the United States, George W. Bush Sr., who was the president in early 90s. Actually, he was his saying became a classic, and the saying was, quote, "Read my lips," unquote. And this he said back in late 1988. So this became a classic, as I have told the viewers, because he wanted to convey to the people that it's very important to understand what lips are depicting. And lips are in fact seen as an organ which verbalize your message, but they are equally adept at revealing your thoughts, your feelings, your inner emotions, your intentions, without even uttering a word. And the first body gesture which you have mentioned today in terms of lips is tight lips. Tight lips, Daniel, indicate tension. Generally, they indicate tension. But we need to understand that tension is not always bad. Yes, when you are tense because of some external stimulus or because of something happening, or you anticipate something happening in your environment, you tend to tighten up your lips, and people usually think that when you see someone with tightened lips, they are angry or annoyed. But that is not the case every time. So we have to be very careful when we are understanding tight lips of someone. And as I've told in earlier episodes also, it is very important to understand that communication has to be seen in a full package, right? So you need to understand how the eyes are behaving at that point in time. Distinctly, yes, tight lips generally depict annoyance and anger. But again, anger and annoyance or tight lips are always not depicting anger and annoyance. They are sometimes depicting your response to something you are anticipating, right? So when you are anticipating something, which can be something good also, which can be something maybe, pleasant coming to your way, but you are anticipating it. It has not uncovered itself. Then you can also tighten up your lips. So generally anger and annoyance, but not always. They can depict anticipation of something.
Okay, and sir, the next step, upper lip. I've seen a lot of this. So can you talk about that, please?
Yes. So again, it's a very common gesture from the perspective of lips. Uh, Tight, I would say stiff upper lip. Actually, in fact, you do it when you want to maintain your dignity. So this is very important. So I would repeat that you stiffen your lips get stiff, upper lip gets stiff when you want to maintain your dignity. For example, during funerals or death of someone, or even times of sadness, when you're sad, you frequently see people tightening up their upper lip muscles, and these actually, through this movement, through this non-verbal cue, they want to show to their spectators or people who are looking at them that they are masking their sadness. They want to maintain their dignity, and they want to mask the sadness. That is how they react, and they show to the people through this stiff upper lip that they are dignified people. Yes.
Oh, okay. So viewers, as I found out also, you can also use the lips to hide your emotions. So indeed, a very important organ. Next, sir, we move on to tight lips and locked jaws.
Right. So this is again a very interesting kind of a gesture from the perspective, from the angle of lips, and this is a combination. You tighten your lips and you lock your jaw. So like this, sometimes, right?
Okay.
So this is when you react negatively to a stimulus. Reacting negatively to a stimulus in your environment, you tend to lock your jaw, and simultaneously you lock the lips also. And this is actually, in fact, trying to you try to display four or five things. One, your anger. Second, if you are upset, you do this. Third, if you are frustrated on something, you also tend to do this combination of body gesture, aggression, irritation, and exasperation. So these 5 or 6 things, usually when you tighten your lips and you lock your jaws, you tend to show these feelings.
Okay. Number 4, we move on to chewing on lips.
Daniel, this is a very, very common gesture. And I think you must have seen many people doing it. This is, I don't like this personally. I don't like this gesture because this is something which shows your anxiety and stress. So when people are really anxious, they start, chewing on their lips. And there are 3 major things which people do. First, they can have lower lip bite. They indulge into lower lip bite, which means the upper teeth bite down on the lower lip and the teeth rub against the lip, pulling it in and out of the mouth. Second thing which they can do is upper lip bite, which means the lower teeth protruding forward like this and catching the upper lip. The teeth may slide back and forth on the lip in a sucking-like manner. And the third thing which they can do is lip-to-lip bite, which means the upper and lower lips come into contact and pulling inward and resting tightly on the teeth. So again, whatever you do out of these 3 things, you are depicting anxiety. And this is something which we usually ask people not to indulge into, especially when they are appearing before professional interviews, or they are sitting in professional settings, holding meetings or participating in meetings where they need to show their confidence, where they need to show that they know the subject, they are willing to talk on that subject. So they should not do it because it is kind of not a very good gesture in terms of lips.
Okay, sir. Sir, just as a confession, I have been guilty of doing this, but I will stop after.
Oh, yeah. So maybe, this is a lesson for you today, right?
Absolutely, sir. Thank you for telling this. So number 6 is the very common pouting.
Yes. Pouting is very common, and pout is a comprehensive gesture which is associated with unfulfilled expectations, uncertainty, loss, and so basically unfulfilled expectations, uncertainty, and loss. And depending on the intensity of your mouth's muscles and movements, they can show disappointment, pout lips, they can show displeasure, they can show frustration, sadness, and these are the four things which usually are depicted through pouted lips. Daniel, one more thing. There is we need to understand that pouting can take place in many ways, and usually you do like this, right? So this is something which actually shows pouting, right?
Okay. And so then we talk about when you're smiling, the lips that you make while a polite smile. So a little bit about that also.
A polite smile, yes. So in polite smile, usually you show your teeth. So your lips, the upper lip goes up a little bit, and it's like an arch. It becomes like an arch, and you need to show your teeth, little bit of teeth, not like a snarl. Snarl is like, you want to terrify something, but this polite smile in fact gives a pleasant expression, and the lower lip goes down a little bit, but the upper lip goes up more, and then your teeth are shown, and this is something known as polite smile.
Perfect. So any other thing you would want to cover? We've covered 7 major movements. Any other?
Right. One more thing which I would like to cover here is the loose lips. Okay. So loose lips signal a relaxed state. So you have put your lips into a very loose and relaxed situation, or a relaxed kind of posture. They depict your relaxed state, and they depict that you are not tense. Another, I think, which we should cover here is the lopsided smile. Have you ever seen lopsided smile, Daniel? Which is like sarcastic smile.
Yes, a lot.
Right? So yes, so many people, when they are contemptuous of others, when they are sarcastically looking at others, or they want to convey their sarcasm, they pull the sides of their mouth in opposite directions, one side going up and one side going down. So it is kind of a sarcastic movement of the mouth, as of the face as such, and then the lips also, and they give that lopsided smile, right? So I think these are, and one more, I think last, which is important, is the tight-lipped smile. Tight-lipped smile is when you stretch your lips in a straight line across your face, and this happens when you are holding back any information. So these are, I think, the major gestures.
Perfect. There you go, folks. I hope you took notes, because I did too. I learned a lot. Sir talked about major 8 or 9 lip movements that you make. And as he mentioned, that it is so important that even US presidents have a quote attributed to it. So lips might not command as much attention as they should, but as Sir mentioned, that they have a very integral part in your emotions, in your verbal cue, or in other body movements. So it is essential that you learn all of these movements, and according to the desired situation or emotion, use them appropriately well. Thank you, sir, for your detailed analysis. We will be back soon with another episode of the Body Language series. Till then, thank you, and keep subscribing to Tracks.